tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He blocks that jab. Good counter punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up.
Here we go. It's round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Catch and shoot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That counter shot lands. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. He can't connect with that right hook. Good counter punching. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
counter punch. So much firepower here. And he misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The Mexican Monster's in trouble. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what...
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes. That's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs. I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve. That's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed. Fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Down for the anarchy, them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations, man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me. Non-stop working, down for the salary. Everyday in gym, burning a calorie. Deep meditation, man can't channel me. I told them man recently, man's been on the deepest frequency. Girls that I love keep on leaving me. When I die they'll keep on grieving me. Gotta deal with this thing evenly. Gotta live this life, just breathe with me. Bad man can't make peace with me. Sit at the table and eat with me. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah.
This rivalry has been brewing for a long time, and it spills over tonight at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our... It's the Mexican... Carl the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
All the talking has been done. It's time to start... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
uppercut.
Good counter punch. That uppercut doesn't get through. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. This theater has seen a lot of drama over the years, but perhaps none more compelling than this.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They blocked the left there. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The jab can't find a home. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? Here we go for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in counter.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Insane action! Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't score with that jab. Caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of us. These kind of fighters, they want to...
Whoa! And finally, Carl Froch goes down. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won in the...
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Talk about Froch in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Forget about that. Great round, great round. Now relax, relax. Win this next round. Switch on, switch on. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. And he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab, and then just start gathering your pace. Win this round back. Take away that confidence. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one-shot. On what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight.
There's the bell for round three. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The courage on display here is incredible. and shoot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? These two fighters are made for one another. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt.
And there's the bell to start round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
So far, the offense has been better than the defense. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Let's see if they go to the body. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Listen, be smart when you go out there. Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A big whiff with the right hook. Good counter punching. His jab just got blocked. And he scores with the counter. confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Froch seeing cobwebs. Not the best, and he's going to take a knee.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
6, 7, 8. Talk about Froch in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
Get you focused.
Round 7, here we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Froch in trouble. And the Cobra is down! It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are ready.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Can't land the jab there. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. Oh, Froch, we didn't see this coming. So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Let's talk about Froch in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Loved the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Good work. You were thinking, you're getting you to round. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Right back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your...
And they're back at it again here in round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And the big Mexican monster is down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your ball.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice job by him to block that jab. That jab was blocked. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.